Hey space enthusiasts! Get ready to journey to the edge of our solar system and explore a world that's small in size but huge in fascination. We're talking about Pluto. Once considered the ninth planet, now a dwarf planet, Pluto holds a special place in our hearts and in the history of space exploration. Despite its reclassification, Pluto remains a beloved celestial body, packed with surprises and intriguing mysteries. In this video, we're diving deep into the must-know facts about this icy, distant world. Prepare to have your mind blown as we uncover the secrets of Pluto, the little planet that could. Our Pluto story begins in 1930 at the Lowell Observatory in Flagstaff, Arizona. Astronomer Clyde Tombaugh, a young man tasked with a painstaking search, was meticulously comparing photographic plates of the night sky. He was looking for a faint object predicted to be tugging on Uranus and Neptune, hinting at a planet beyond. After a year of searching, on February 18, 1930, Tombaugh spotted something moving. It was faint, it was distant, but it was there, a new planet. The news electrified the world. This little point of light, so far away, captured the imagination of people everywhere. And what about the name? Well, that came from an 11-year-old girl in England named Venetia Burney. She suggested Pluto, the Roman god of the underworld, fitting for such a dark and distant world. Astronomers loved it, and so did the public. Pluto officially had a name and its place as the ninth planet in our solar system. Talk about a cosmic underdog story. Okay, let's talk size. Pluto is small, really small. If Earth was a basketball, Pluto would be about the size of a grape. It's smaller than Earth's moon, and even smaller than several other moons in our solar system, like Jupiter's moon Ganymede or Saturn's Titan. And distance. Prepare for your mind to boggle. Pluto orbits far, far beyond Neptune in a region called the Kuiper Belt. On average, it's about 3.7 billion miles from the Sun. To put that in perspective, sunlight takes about 5.5 hours to reach Pluto. Imagine how faint the Sun would appear from that distance, just a bright star in the dark sky. It's a truly remote and frigid world. Being so small and so far away made studying Pluto incredibly challenging for decades. For a long time, it remained a fuzzy, mysterious point of light in even the most powerful telescopes. But that was about to change. Pluto doesn't just stand out because of its size and distance. Its orbit is also, well, let's just say it's unique. Unlike the other planets that orbit the Sun in relatively circular paths on roughly the same plane, Pluto's orbit is highly elliptical and significantly tilted. So, at times, Pluto is closer to the Sun than Neptune, and at other times, it's much farther away. And tilted means its orbital path is inclined to the main plane of the solar system where most planets orbit. This wild orbit is another reason why Pluto is considered so different from the classical planets. Now, let's get to the surface of this fascinating world. Thanks to NASA's New Horizons mission, we got our first up-close look at Pluto, and what we saw was breathtaking. Pluto is primarily made of ice and rock, but it's not just any ice. We're talking nitrogen ice, methane ice, and water ice. One of the most striking features is Sputnik Planitia, that bright, heart-shaped region you often see in images of Pluto. This giant basin is filled with frozen nitrogen, creating vast, smooth plains. But surrounding these plains are towering mountains made of water ice, some as tall as the Rockies. Pluto's surface is surprisingly diverse, with regions of dark, reddish material, bright plains, mountains, canyons, and even possible cryovolcanoes, volcanoes that erupt ice instead of lava. It's a dynamic and geologically active world, despite its small size and frigid temperatures. Believe it or not, Pluto even has an atmosphere. It's incredibly thin, about 1/100,000th the pressure of Earth's atmosphere, and it's mostly made of nitrogen, methane, and carbon monoxide. This atmosphere is actually quite dynamic, expanding when Pluto is closer to the Sun and freezing out and collapsing onto the surface when it moves farther away in its orbit. And Pluto isn't lonely out there. It has 5 known moons. The largest, Charon, is so big, about half the size of Pluto itself, that Pluto and Charon are often considered a double dwarf planet system, orbiting a common center of gravity. Besides Charon, Pluto has 4 smaller moons: Nix, Hydra, Kerberos, and Styx. It's quite the family for such a small world. Everything we know in detail about Pluto today is thanks to one incredible mission, New Horizons. Launched in 2006, this spacecraft traveled for 9.5 years to reach Pluto. In July 2015, it made its historic flyby, giving us our first close-up views of this distant world. The data and images from New Horizons revolutionized our understanding of Pluto. We saw its stunning surface features, learned about its atmosphere, and got detailed information about its moons. It was a triumph of space exploration, proving that even these small, distant worlds can be incredibly complex and fascinating. New Horizons showed us that Pluto is anything but a boring, icy rock. Now, let's address the elephant in the room: Pluto's reclassification as a dwarf planet in 2006. This decision by the International Astronomical Union, IAU, caused quite a stir. But what exactly happened? Well, the IAU defined a planet as a body that orbits the sun, is round due to its own gravity, and has cleared its neighborhood of other objects. Pluto meets the first two criteria, but not the third. It shares its orbital space in the Kuiper Belt with many other icy bodies of comparable size. Therefore, it was reclassified as a dwarf planet, a new category for these smaller, round worlds beyond Neptune. It wasn't demoted, it was just placed in a more accurate category based on our growing understanding of the solar system. And honestly, dwarf planet sounds pretty cool too. Since the dawn of time, the moon has captivated humanity. Its luminous face has inspired poets, scientists, and dreamers. But what lies beyond what we can see? What secrets are hidden on the dark side of the moon? Today, we're diving into the mysteries of the moon's far side, a place that's not actually dark, but full of surprises. First, let's clear up a common misconception. The so-called dark side of the moon isn't always dark. It's just the side we never see from Earth. Thanks to a phenomenon called tidal locking, the moon rotates at the same speed it orbits our planet, keeping one side perpetually hidden from our view. For centuries, this hidden hemisphere remained a mystery. It wasn't until 1959 that the Soviet Luna 3 probe captured the first grainy images of the far side. What it revealed was astonishing, a landscape vastly different from the familiar face we see every night. Unlike the near side, which is dotted with smooth, dark plains called Maria, the far side is a rugged, crater-pocked wilderness. Scientists believe this asymmetry is due to the moon's crust being thicker on the far side, making it harder for ancient lava flows to break through and create those smooth plains. But why is the far side so different? One theory points to the moon's violent birth. Billions of years ago, a Mars-sized object collided with Earth, sending debris into orbit that eventually formed the moon. The far side may have cooled faster, creating a thicker crust and preserving its ancient, battered surface. In 2019, humanity took a giant leap forward when China's Chang'e 4 mission became the first to land on the far side. Touching down in the Von Karman crater, the rover unveiled a treasure trove of geological data, including clues about the moon's mantle and its early history. The far side isn't just a geological wonder, it's also a scientific goldmine. Shielded from Earth's radio noise, it's the perfect place for a radio telescope. Imagine peering into the universe's earliest moments, free from the interference that plagues telescopes on Earth. So what's next for the dark side of the moon? With plans for lunar bases and even telescopes, this once hidden realm is poised to become a hub of exploration and discovery. It's a reminder that even in the shadows, there's light and endless possibilities. The dark side of the moon isn't just a place, it's a frontier, a testament to the enduring allure of the unknown. And as we continue to explore, who knows what secrets we'll uncover in the shadows? For centuries, we have wondered about the moon's origins, its composition, and its role in the grand scheme of the universe. While we have learned a great deal, so much remains unexplored. Often viewed as a lifeless, rocky satellite, the moon is far more dynamic than we might think. It has a complex history, shaped by billions of years of cosmic interactions. From towering mountains to deep craters, the moon presents a world of scientific intrigue. In fact, many of the popular beliefs about the moon are oversimplified or outdated. For example, its role in stabilizing Earth's axis, regulating tides, and influencing our planet's climate is far more significant than most people realize. Despite humanity's fascination with the moon, our exploration has only scratched the surface. The moon has long been seen as a relic of the past, a celestial body that we visited briefly during the Apollo missions, but largely left untouched since then. However, Recent advancements in space exploration are shedding new light on the moon's true complexity and its potential for future discovery. One of the most puzzling aspects of the moon is its composition. Scientists are still unraveling the mysteries beneath its surface. While we have retrieved some samples, much of what lies deep inside remains unknown. Studies have shown that the moon's surface is constantly changing, with impacts, dust accumulation, and seismic activity all contributing to its dynamic nature. Moonquakes, for example, provide insights into the internal processes shaping the moon, and recent research suggests that these quakes could reveal hidden pockets of water and other resources. Water on the moon, once considered impossible, has now been detected by SOFIA telescope. This discovery could have significant implications for future lunar exploration, potentially offering a resource for astronauts to use on long-term missions. It also challenges our understanding of how the moon formed and how its surface has evolved over time. Furthermore, the moon's extreme environment offers valuable insights into planetary science. Its surface experiences scorching heat during the day and freezing cold during the night, conditions that could be critical in the search for life elsewhere in the solar system. Understanding how the moon's geology and climate interact with cosmic forces can help us predict the behavior of other planets and moons. Beyond its scientific importance, the moon also holds a place in our cultural imagination. Throughout history, the moon has been a symbol of mystery and magic, inspiring myths, legends, and even conspiracy theories. These cultural narratives highlight how deeply the moon has influenced human thought and creativity. From the ancient Greeks to modern space-age explorers, the moon has been a constant source of wonder. One of the most exciting areas of current lunar exploration is the search for alien life. While no definitive evidence has been found, anomalies on the moon's surface, as well as the discovery of organic molecules, fuel speculation that the moon might have once hosted life or could hold clues to extraterrestrial existence elsewhere. As space agencies like NASA and private companies invest in more advanced lunar missions, the prospect of finding ancient signs of life becomes more real. Lunar swirls, mysterious, swirling patterns on the moon's surface, are another compelling subject of study. These formations, which may be the result of interactions between the moon and Earth's magnetic field, offer a glimpse into the complex forces that shape celestial bodies. They raise more questions about the moon's unique features and its connection to our planet. Despite its proximity, the moon is far from fully understood. As we continue to unlock its secrets, we are forced to rethink everything we thought we knew about this celestial neighbor. There is still much to discover, from the full extent of its mineral composition to the hidden processes that continue to shape its surface and interior. In conclusion, the moon remains one of the most intriguing and underexplored objects in our solar system. Far more than a barren rock, it is a world with a rich history, a world of scientific significance, and a world still full of surprises.
Imagine drifting through the vast, endless silent space. Or is it silent? While we often think of space as completely silent, the truth is far more unsettling. Scientists have discovered ways to listen to the cosmos, and what they've found will send chills down your spine. But wait, how is that even possible? After all, space is a vacuum. Not this kind of vacuum. And sound, as we know it, can't travel there. So, how do we hear these eerie sounds? The answer lies in the power of science. While sound waves can't travel through the emptiness of space, electromagnetic waves, plasma vibrations, and other forms of energy can. Using special instruments on spacecraft, scientists capture these signals and then convert them into sound waves that we can hear. This process is called sonification. It's like translating the language of the universe into something our ears can understand. Let's start with Saturn, the ringed giant. NASA's Cassini spacecraft recorded radio emissions from Saturn's magnetosphere. When scientists converted these emissions into sound, they discovered something eerie. Listen closely. These sounds are created by charged particles interacting with Saturn's magnetic field. It's a reminder that even the most beautiful planets can hide terrifying secrets. Next, we travel to Jupiter, the solar system's largest planet. NASA's Juno spacecraft captured plasma waves from Jupiter's intense magnetic field. When these waves were converted into sound, they revealed a deep, rumbling roar that felt almost alive. Here's what it sounds like. This is the sound of a planet that's 11 times wider than Earth, with storms so massive they could swallow our entire planet. Now, let's dive into the darkest corners of the universe: black holes. In 2022, NASA sonified the sound waves emanating from a supermassive black hole in the Perseus galaxy cluster. What they found was an ominous deep drone that feels like it's coming from the depths of the abyss. Listen to this. But not all space sounds are deep and rumbling. Some are strangely melodic. The European Space Agency's Rosetta spacecraft recorded vibrations from Comet 67P Churyumov-Gerasimenko. When these vibrations were converted into sound, they created a haunting, otherworldly melody. Here's what it sounds like. It's almost like the comet is singing to us from the depths of space. But don't be fooled. This melody is the result of magnetic oscillations in the comet's environment. Still, it's hard not to feel a little unnerved. Finally, we have the sounds of interstellar space. NASA's Voyager 1 spacecraft, now billions of miles from Earth, recorded plasma waves in the void between stars. These sounds are faint, almost like whispers, but they carry a profound sense of loneliness. This is the sound of humanity's farthest journey into the unknown. Unfortunately, it sounds like you can't tune the radio, but it's a reminder of how vast and empty space truly is, and how much we still have to explore. Space is full of mysteries, and these sounds are just a glimpse into the strange and terrifying phenomena that exist beyond our world. From the ghostly wails of Saturn to the ominous drone of a black hole, the universe is anything but silent. So the next time you look up at the night sky, remember, there's a symphony of eerie sounds echoing through the cosmos, waiting to be heard. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more cosmic adventures. What's the scariest space sound to you? Let me know in the comments below.
Welcome to Cosmic Waves. Dive into the wonders of the universe, explore the depths of the ocean, and ride the waves with us. Hey, Space Cadets! Welcome back to the channel where we explore the universe and try not to get sucked into a black hole of boredom. Today, we're diving into the cosmos to uncover 15 facts about space that are not only mind-blowingly interesting, but also, dare I say, hilarious. Get ready to have your universe rocked. Space smells like barbecue? Ever wondered what space smells like? Well, astronauts who have been on spacewalks report a surprisingly familiar scent. They say it smells like seared steak, hot metal, or barbecue. Apparently, it's due to the combustion of stars. So, space. Vast, mysterious, and apparently delicious. Asteroid belt? More like asteroid. Lonely guys. Movies love to show asteroid fields as these super dangerous, tightly packed obstacle courses. Reality check. The asteroid belt is so spread out, you could fly through it while taking a nap and probably not hit a thing. The average distance between asteroids is like twice the distance between the Earth and the Moon. Talk about social distancing space style. Jupiter's moons. Io is volcano central. Forget Earth volcanoes. Jupiter's moon Io is where the real volcanic action is at. It's the most volcanically active world in our solar system, with hundreds of volcanoes spewing lava all over the place. It's basically the pizza oven of space. Just don't order delivery there, it'll probably arrive extra crispy. Uranus is a sideways roller. All the planets in our solar system spin like tops, right? Except for Uranus. Uranus is like that one friend who's always doing things differently. It spins on its side, so its north and south poles are where our equator would be. Imagine the seasons. Summer in the North Pole for 42 years. Talk about a long summer vacation. The planet of extreme makeovers gone wrong. Venus, sometimes called Earth's sister planet, took a bit of a wrong turn in life. It's got a runaway greenhouse effect, making it the hottest planet in our solar system. We're talking surface temperatures hot enough to melt lead. Plus, it rains sulfuric acid. Venus. Pretty to look at from a distance, but definitely not for a vacation. Neutron stars, heavyweights of the universe. Neutron stars are the incredibly dense remnants of dead stars. How dense? Imagine taking a teaspoon of neutron star material. That teaspoon would weigh billions of tons, about the same as the entire human population. So next time you're feeling heavy, just remember, you're still lighter than a teaspoon of dead star. Space water? It's supersized. We all know Earth has water, but space has water. Scientists have discovered a gigantic cloud of water vapor floating in space. It holds 140 trillion times more water than all of Earth's oceans combined. If we could bottle that up, we could have the biggest pool party in the galaxy. There are planets without stars, rogue planets. Planets usually orbit stars, right? Wrong. There are rogue planets out there, wandering through space all by their lonesome. These planets were ejected from their star systems and are now just drifting around the galaxy. Space is vast and lonely, even for planets. Olympus Mons, mountain, or planet destroyer? Mount Everest is tall, sure. But have you heard of Olympus Mons on Mars? It's the largest volcano and highest known mountain in our entire solar system. It's about 3 times taller than Everest and as wide as the state of Arizona. If that thing ever erupted again, Mars would need some serious therapy. The sun is huge. No, really huge. We know the sun is big. It's kind of the center of our solar system. But get this. You could fit about 1 million Earths inside the sun. That's like trying to fit all the grains of sand on Earth into a giant beach ball. Mind blown. Space is really empty. Space is mostly space. Like really empty. The space between galaxies isn't completely empty, but it averages out to about 1 atom per cubic meter. That's like saying you're in a giant room the size of Earth and there's only 1 tiny marble in it. Talk about personal space. Gold and silver are star-made bling. Want to thank someone for your gold jewelry? Thank a dead star. Precious metals like silver and gold are forged when dead stars collide in supernovas. So, technically, your bling is literally stardust. How cool is that? Milky Way's star count is astronomical. Our galaxy, the Milky Way, is a pretty big neighborhood. Scientists estimate there are between 100 to 400 billion stars in it. That's potentially more stars in our galaxy than humans who have ever lived. Feeling small yet? Supernova light, a blast from the past. When a star goes supernova, it's a spectacular event. And because space is so vast, the light from these explosions can take a long time to reach us. Sometimes, when we see a supernova, it actually happened hundreds or even thousands of years ago. We're literally watching star explosions from the past. Talk about delayed fireworks. Planets could fit between Earth and Moon? And finally, for a fact that will really make you question everything. Did you know that all the planets in our solar system could theoretically fit in the distance between the Earth and our Moon? Yep, that's how much space is out there. It's mind-boggling. So there you have it. 15 space facts that are both fascinating and funny. Space is weird, wonderful, and full of surprises. If you enjoyed these cosmic chuckles and mind-blowing facts, give this video a like and subscribe for more space adventures. Until next time, keep looking up.